to fight. They had no choice. Grandpa had to fight in World War II. Now they're old. And you look at them, and when you think old, what do you think? Cute. Oh my God, you guys, my Pip-Pop is so cute. Sometimes at Christmas, when Pip-Pop falls asleep, we like to decorate him with Christmas bows. Isn't that funny? Silly Pip-Pop. Pip-Pop's got 53 confirmed kills!
Hey, it's David Levin for Pop Goes the Culture and Wise Brother Radio, and today I'm talking to Iliza, one of the great comedians and writers and actresses, and she now has a new special coming on Netflix this weekend called Confirmed Kills. Iliza, welcome.
Hi.
So, I feel really stupid because...
Well, that happened.
Yes, I just watched, to me more than most, I just watched a little bit of a promo for Netflix for the Iliza thing, and I'm like, okay, this is really cool, this is really funny. And then it sent me to Forever Young 31, and I saw the first episode, and I thought to myself, all right, you were hosting Snap Crackle Pop Culture, and I'm doing Pop Goes the Culture, and now I feel like really stupid.
Wait, I don't get it. Why?
Because I'm doing basically what your character was doing on that show.
Oh, no! Well... You know, I think everybody's allowed to consume pop culture how they want to, and it was less of a comment on doing that, more just the idea that we're all supposed to be obsessed with it, and sort of the uniform that we're all supposed to wear, and that women are, like, at any age, supposed to be just, like, so pumped to talk about Justin Bieber. It's like, we have an election, and I don't want to wear... Like, we have this, like, uniform, like, everyone wear fake hair, everyone put on a blazer, no matter what your body looks like, chunky necklace. We don't want men to find you attractive.
That sucks.
Yeah, so it was kind of about breaking out of a box on your own terms versus chastising anyone else for their choices. There's
a level of intelligence to your sense of humor, though, that is really fun and striking, and I'm not one of those guys who finds that intimidating. I actually find it very sexy.
I appreciate that. Yeah, there's definitely two contingencies. There's two camps of men, those that find it terrifying and those that love it. I tend to only associate with those that like it. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, you know, good education and, you know, playing to the back of the room never helps anybody grow.
I can understand why it would be terrifying for some people because, you know, it's you don't know what you're dealing with, and there are people out there who use humor as a bludgeon. And
you're talking to one of them. But I think also, I mean, I know the feeling when I talk to a comic that I think is really smart as a person. When you know that somebody's smart, I'll clam up sometimes. Like, we're all only human. But my objective is never to intimidate anyone. It's just to share, and I'd like to think that people want to be included. I definitely don't want to scare anyone.
You know, I was looking at a little bit of the confirmed kills, and you start talking about the Little Mermaid, which was really funny, and the fact that she should be on Hoarders. Talk about what are some of the topics that you're tackling on confirmed kills?
You know, when I first did it, I was like, this is cool because I talk about Shark Tank and I talk about Instagram, but it really turned into sort of an examination of feminism in a digestible way. You know, I had this obligation after all these specials. I was like, if I just keep making fun of girls just because I am a girl, eventually I'm doing a disservice. Mm-hmm. So this is sort of standing up for women and saying, hey, the way you're feeling and the way we're being mistreated, you're not the only one feeling that. So you're obviously talking about equality, feminism, gender issues in general, perception, female-on-female competition, and sort of I give women a break and also explain away some of our behaviors. So, and I think I do it in a way that men are like, oh, I had no idea, or you're absolutely right. There's no hitting anyone over the head with anything. There's definitely no man-hating, and I try not to have any woman-hating as well.
Right. Well, that's I'm glad to hear that, because after that, there's no one left.
After that, there's just people who don't mark either box and cats and dogs.
Yes, but, you know, listen, I like cats and dogs, and I know some people who only like cats and dogs and don't like people. So
that's my next step in my career, just doing comedy for dogs.
I think there is a channel for animals, isn't there? Not Animal Planet, but a channel that they program so you can turn it on for your dogs and cats to watch while you're away from home.
I mean, I'm just as obsessed with my dog as the next person. My dog will happily stare out a window and fall asleep, and, like, that's her movie. It's fine. I don't need a TV channel.
A lot less expensive than getting a cable show for dogs. Yeah. Programming's got to be, difficult on a show like that. Like, who do you get? Who are the celebrities that they like the best? Or
Yeah, but here's the worst thing. Imagine pitching a show and getting it rejected from, like, the all-dog channel. Like,
okay,
there's a real nadir for your career, right?
What is that show exactly? Like it's Golden Retriever Girls, or
You're like, we pitched them a squirrel running back and forth on a wire, and they gave us a bunch of network notes, said they're big fans, but didn't pick it up.
Yeah, exactly. You know what works? Feces.
Yeah.
Other dogs' feces. Really,
Other dogs' feces.
Yeah, that works for me. So, I'd read an article with you, an interview with you, and you were talking about the differences between the muscles that you stretch acting and doing stand-up. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
I mean, yeah, I can only really speak to the one thing I've ever really acted in, which I created for myself. So that's advice to people out there. But, acting is collaborating, and it's listening, and it's trusting your director. So it's trusting other people. On stand-up, it's just you. You make all the choices, all the glory. You figure it out yourself. And, it's a monologue. And acting, it's a dialogue, and you can't, you have to give something to the other actors. You have to, it's also, multidimensional because you're giving your voice some texture. You're giving it a body and a character. So it's just another way to express yourself, I guess. It's just it's a different challenge, but a lot of the stuff I write is reminiscent of my stand-up. So I go on a lot of rants. So I guess the only difference is in Forever 31, I'm sitting down.
Yes, and
Yeah.
every now and then you get to stand up, walk. You do a little walk and talk.
I wasn't particularly creative with our setups, so it's a lot of sitting.
Well, it's a digital budget as opposed to.
Yeah, they said no standing. We don't have the budget. So you sit down. You want to stand, pitch to the dog channel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of the dog channel, there you go.
Yeah, sorry, there's a dog barking in the background.
Okay, so you're heading out on tour soon.
Yes, I am. My tour kicks off, I should know this, in November in Milwaukee. And in the meantime, I'm doing a couple dates with Oddball. So I'm here in Dallas, Texas, which is my hometown, doing a show tonight. And, my personal Confirmed Kills tour kicks off in November.
That's terrific. So there's a lot going on. Can we just talk very briefly about Last Comic Standing?
If you really feel that you're going to ask me a question that hasn't been asked to me since 2008, then please proceed.
Okay, I'll ask you something that hasn't been. How was the craft service on the show?
I don't remember. I think I was probably too nervous to eat.
Okay, nobody's asked you that though, right?
Nobody's asked me that. I don't think it's craft service. We lived in a house, so there was just food that was just there, as opposed to like catering. You just pulled that out of no. I feel so bad now. What was your question? What was your initial question?
I was gonna ask. When you're starting out, and a lot of people start out, and there are shows now that are good for people starting out, but there's also YouTube and various other things. And when you're trying to sort of make your mark and get yourself out there, is a show like Last Comic Standing more of a help, a hindrance? How does, granted you won, you were the first female winner, but what do you think is best? And if somebody's starting out now, what would you suggest to them?
If somebody's starting out now, I think the advice is always the same advice. First of all, because I get asked this question a lot. People always want, like, what can I do? You have to put in the work. I know we live in a generation and a time where it's like, this is a video of me drinking milk through my nose. Now I have 8 million Instagram followers. But, that translates to nothing live. So you have to put in the work. You have to go to those clubs every night. And you can't lie to yourself and be like, I'm just going to write at home. Like, you can write for one night, but you got to get up there. You got to put it on its feet. You got to not do well. You got to go up after comics that are stronger than you. You have to put in the work and refine your voice, and it takes years and years and years to figure out what makes you stand out from everyone else, or to let the audience know what makes you stand out. And, getting stuff online is great. It's an amazing tool. So you have to be kind of savvy about that. But no, by no means do you have to exhaust yourself with every outlet out there. You don't want to dilute your comedy. So you have to figure out what works for you. But more importantly, have something funny to say and put in the work. I cannot stress that enough, the amount of comics that think if they just imitate what they see, it'll work, and it doesn't.
Right. Totally get it. Were there people that you sort of looked at and admired over the years that you said, oh, God, I want to be like them, and then said, oh, that's not the right move?
Well, no, I think, you can look at people, like when I was growing up, it was all TV. I didn't really think about my career because I'm in like the suburbs of Dallas, Texas. I didn't know much about stand-up or Hollywood or anything like that. But, you look at someone like Tina Fey, or even like Elizabeth Banks. She's not a stand-up, but
Right.
I mean, what a career, and you get to direct, which women never get to do. So, or Ellen, who I absolutely love, and I'm excited because that was the first stand-up comedian my dad ever took me to see, and I saw her at the Majestic Theater in Dallas, and that's where I get to play in a couple months. So that's super cool for me. But yeah, it's anybody that can sustain a career like this for that long and stay relevant and stay passionate. That's people don't realize what an amazing achievement that is.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your entire special on Netflix this weekend. I will be watching.
Thank you. Thanks for the great interview.
Oh, well, thank you for actually answering my questions. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
No problem.
So, Iliza, we're dropping the last name. You're going to be
Dropping the last name. We're making it easier. No one's going to know I'm Jewish.
You're going to be, well, that's not easy to hide sometimes.
It's true.
But listen, you'll join Madonna and Cher and...
That's right. I always think I'm just like them.
You're
so
exactly...
They're my biggest competition.
Can you sing?
Not at this hour, but in general, I think I'm okay.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming to Pop Goes the Culture and Wise Brother Radio.
Pop Goes the Culture. Bye.